Down here, I'm in Northeast Thailand, and boy, I got something really cool right here. This is a checkered keelback. This snake is rear fang. It's actually venomous, and there have been documented fatalities from this bite. I'm going to hold it by the tail. I want you guys to see this neck. It's a beautiful snake. Look at that. It actually is somewhat of a cobra mimic. It will flatten its neck out and show more of that red. But isn't that cool? I've actually never caught one of these before. Basically, it's mostly a frog eater. And there's a lot of frogs out in this area. But cool snake. It's actually a pretty big one. What a pretty snake. I would guess that it's female just based on the size. I've seen other keelbacks before. I've never seen one this big, not even close. Maybe about half the size. But look at that neck. Also, when it gets excited, it expands the scales here and it starts to show a black and white checkered pattern. And actually down here it's a little more yellow and black checkered pattern. But what a cool snake. Never know what I'm going to see out here, I'm telling you. It's really a surprise. Yesterday somebody brought me a baby spitting cobra. And today I caught this guy just around the house. There's a lot of snakes out here. It's a really snaky place. But anyway, it's a keelback. Pretty sweet. Earlier in the day, I was called downstairs to come see a snake that a neighbor had caught for me. It was in a plastic sack, loosely tied off on the top with a rubber band. It was quite small and brown in color. It took me a moment to recognize exactly what I had. It was a hatchling spitting cobra. While there is still lots to see during the day, it is the nighttime that brings out the creatures that I want to see. Included in that array of nocturnal animals was the deadly banded krait that had so far eluded me in all my snake hunting trips to this area in the past. The daytime was still interesting, though. Hey guys, this is Dan again, Northeast Thailand. Kind of rounded up some of the friends and family. We're going to go out and see if we can find some crates and whatnot in the dark. But I just wanted you guys to get a look at this motley crew. We got it going on tonight. So check this out. All right, and here they are. This is the motley crew we got. And we're going out. We're going to check it out, see what we can find. It should be good. So wish us luck. We'll fill you in later. Alright guys, so here it is, the first snake of the night. Looks to be a sunbeam. It's down here in this fishing net here. I'll try to get him out. He looks like he's a little bit trapped, but he's okay. Alright, so here it is. It was actually stuck in this fishing net. I think this snake was actually really lucky that we came along because we had to cut it free. It's no worse for wear though. It didn't get injured at all. But what a really different snake. You can tell by the scalation, it's really smooth. Must spend a lot of time in the mud, in the dirt, in the water. But really cool snake. Super iridescent. I don't know if you can see that in the light. But it's casting a really bright iridescence. Almost looks like a big worm. Really cool. Again, another first. I never found one of these in the wild before. I'm actually really excited. It's pretty cool. And just like all the other stuff that we catch, we're just going to let it go. And again, he was stuck in that net, and now he's free. So we'll let him go on about his business. Really interesting snake. Super cool. All right, here we go. There he goes, back home. Well, here we are again. I don't even know what these are. They're some kind of vertebrate. They don't appear to be eels. Maybe some kind of, I don't even know. I don't even know what these are. They don't really feel scaly. They have two small eyes. Really weird. Guess I'll have to figure out what these are when I get home. Alright, here's another one. This is a common water snake. We've seen these before out here. This one is stuffed with food though. You see his belly is just totally distended. I don't even really want to mess with it too much because I'm afraid it might regurge its meal. But we've seen these before. They're very common out here. So let this guy go back. Alright, this is a Krait right here. Got it. Oh, let me see. No. This is a common black and yellow banded Krait. Very, very deadly snake. They're pretty docile during the daytime and they're supposed to be pretty aggressive at night. I'm not going to take my chances with this guy right here, but beautiful snake. Really, really beautiful snake. And there it is, in the wild, Krait. All right, good stuff. Lots of first time stuff here. Good morning. They feed me pretty good out here, as you guys can see. The breakfast of champions, maybe not, maybe just the breakfast of snake hunters. But anyway, this is sour pork sausage. This is some garlic pepper fish. This is the omelet. This is catering to my morning diet of high protein, of course, so it's nice that they do that for me. This is eel soup. We had some of this late last night after our snake hunting adventures. And then this is rice soup. So got it all locked in right here, protein, high carbs, and ready for a day and another adventure. We're going to go out looking for some more stuff in a little while, waiting for our local friends to show up and take us out to who knows where to do who knows what. So anyway, decided to show you guys how we eat here in NorthEast Thailand. So last night after the adventure, we came back home and we were having a little bit of discussion with the guys that took us out. We had some field books that we broke out and we were just sort of talking and looking at some different pictures in the books. And they mentioned that there's a snake in one of these local river areas, somewhat aquatic. They mentioned that it was about as big as their forearm, not really long, but extremely venomous front-fanged snake. We looked through the field guides and they were unable to match that animal to anything in the book. So we're going to go out today looking for that snake. They said it lives in the holes in the water, so it's going to be interesting. I don't know if we're going to find it or not, but we're certainly going to give it a shot and take a look and see. So they should be here in a little while, and we're all geared up, ready to go. And it should be an interesting day. I'm sure we'll find something. If we get lucky and we find it, we'll try to ID it and see what it is. And if we don't, there'll be something to find, I'm sure. So we'll check in a little bit later on that one. What I have in my hands right here is called a butterfly agama. You may see these in pet stores, maybe like at a wholesale house, an importer or something, maybe in the hundreds. But they're actually really difficult to catch. They live underground in burrows and holes. They have an intricate system with escape holes and all sorts of things. You have to basically dig them out of their hole, and once they make a run for it, you got to catch them because they know exactly where all their safety holes are, and they'll just dive right back down. And it'll be a whole nother dig again if you can follow it all the way through the tunnel system. But anyway, it's a real pretty lizard. The scalation is very fine. It's actually very soft to the touch. Has this red color here on the sides. This one's really fat, really healthy. You can tell by all this fat here in the base of the tail. It's a very muscular lizard. Actually bit me pretty good when I grabbed it, but nice little bite. But pretty cool. Something you don't often see. You may see them sitting up looking around at their burrow site, and once you get within range, they'll dive right back down for safety. So it's something that you don't really see too often, really close up, hands-on like this. But anyway, we got one, so it's pretty cool. We're gonna take a look around, maybe get some more, maybe not, maybe find some other stuff. But anyway, butterfly agama, pretty cool. Just a quick follow-up to that last video. A little bit out of breath. This one gave us a good chase, but got another butterfly agama, but this one's beautiful. Look at the sides on that, and hence the name butterfly agama. It's just a beautiful, beautiful side pattern. I would assume that this is going to be a male in breeding colors, but really cool. Kind of reminds me of our desert iguanas back home, minus this side pattern. Very pretty. All right, what I have here is a puff-faced water snake. The reason I'm using the tongs on this guy is because he's really nippy. It's not a big snake, but nobody really likes to get bit for nothing, so I figure I'd just go ahead and use this tool. This is an aquatic snake, eats fish. Usually they're found in the mud, in the holes, underwater. They kind of stick their head up for air every once in a while and pull it back down. Kind of a heavy-bodied snake. You can see he doesn't really like the tongs here. But pretty cool, pretty interesting. Most of the ones that I've usually seen were younger. They're pretty placid. This one is this one's a little bit spunky, but pretty cool. We've been out here looking all day. Looks like we're not going to find this water cobra. Maybe next time we'll be out here again, checking it out. It's a little bit of an involved ordeal. It involves draining one of the small tributaries and actually using your hands and reaching into the holes and seeing what's out there. So it's a little bit more work intensive, but we'll be out here again and we'll look for it. Maybe we'll find it, maybe we won't. But there's always stuff to find. Like I said, you never know what you're gonna see, but it's always interesting. So anyway, that's it. We'll let this guy go. All right.